So it's officially autumn. Everything is yellow, red, and brown outside my window. It's obviously autumn is my favorite season because fashion. Dressing up and fashion is just way more fun in the autumn time because my style is mostly layering and like playing with shapes and textures. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Actually, I'm getting ready because I'm going on a link up. It's not a date. Some people in my previous video were telling me that a date was a date. I personally don't consider it a date because I have to vet if I even want to be in that space with him. So we're going to link up. I think we're gonna just go for a walk and maybe coffee. It's rainy today. I'm gonna finish getting ready and head over there because let's not be late. Okay, it's the first impression. Let's not be late. And afterwards, I'm meeting up with Fabiola for matcha. Another thing, when it comes to link ups, in my very humble opinion, because I'm no expert, but I think you should dress as you usually do. I don't overdo it. Um, I don't try to present a certain version of me because eventually, if it goes well and it progresses, we're gonna meet again and again. And I don't want it to be a shift for a link up or a date. You should be comfortable. So, and it's going to show. So I'm just dressing up like I would meet a friend because essentially this is what it is. Like I treat it as, hey, this could be a friend, right? So, guys, I'm starting to vlog outside for real. Like, I don't care. I don't know, I'm not feeling shy today. Anyways, I'm gonna go meet with a friend now. Attends, je vais leur montrer ton matcha là, que tu te fais arnaquer. So I just met with Fabiola. She bought this for how much?
14 euros.
For 14 euros, and she thought this was real matcha. Like that's a kilo or something.
But it's sugar.
This is matcha flavored powder. So we're gonna try to fix this. Hello. The cap is not definitive, but I'm trying something out. I want to do a like somewhat monochromatic look with my Bermuda, but I don't think it goes. I'm trying to give not sexy, cool librarian. Today I'm going to meet up with Sylvie because we are working on a collaborative project that we will release soon. Linen is so hard to upkeep. It's going to be wrinkly. This is a linen shirt. It's going to be wrinkly, but I still want to wear it. I also wanted to address a comment that someone left me on a previous video. She was asking me about the differences that I've noticed in being in your early 20s and being in your late 20s. And honestly, to me, there's a big difference. I'm pushing 30. I'm in my late 20s. And I started noticing a big shift around like 26, I will say. A lot of the things that I cared about or the things that I thought were my identity are no longer actualized with who I say I am today. So for one, there's this somewhat scientific, somewhat Twitter psychologist belief that the frontal lobe develops after age 25. I think for me personally, I will speak for me. I did notice a shift in my brain chemistry at around 26. That's also the age I got diagnosed with ADHD. But it's really when my supply for fucks started to shrink. When you are in your early 20s, you are most likely still in school with people more or less that you grew up with, or you still live at your parents'. I think it's more so social circumstances that kind of confine you into this script. After 25, 26, 27, you get a degree, you get your first job, you're kicking off your career. For most, not everybody. And I don't know, the world starts to expand so much, and so do your beliefs and your principles. They're no longer relying on your culture or your social group or whatever, and they start to be very individualized and unique to you. And also, when you reach your late 20s, it's when your peers are most likely getting married, buying homes, like really getting settled into adulthood. Like the early 20s is adulthood too, but you can still like lollygag and fuck around. Late 20s, you start to compare yourself to your peers, like, okay, I could be having a child right now, literally. I could be married. I could start getting this crazy career. So there's a lot of pressure. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And especially online, there's this whole anxiety around turning 30 as though the 20s, is your prime. I don't believe that, but it seems to be the belief that is pushed online. You want to be in your 20s and thriving. So I think as you reach your late 20s and really are settling into adulthood, like real responsibilities, you start realizing that you don't have the mental real estate to care about trivial matters. And I can only imagine this is even more true as you grow older, as time passes. All in all that to say, and to answer the question, I feel much more settled into myself now than I did back when I was 21, 22. When I was 20, 21, my parents were my safety net. And thank God, they still are my safety net. I know they will support me if something happens. But being in my late 20s, I am now trying to prepare my next season of life. And for me, it looks like healing a lot of my trauma, a lot of my negative beliefs, and really sit in myself, build self-reliance, build self-trust, build self-love. And it's not cute. Let me tell you, it is not cute. Healing and all of those, it's ugly. Okay? It feels lonely at times, but for me, that's what it looks like. I'm not saying that's how people should go about it, but for me, that's what it looks like. Personally, I'm not dreading my 30s. Every year is a blessing. Every year I learn something that will carry me into the next chapter. So, I'm enjoying my 20s. I'm fully in my 20s. I'm not even like projecting myself too much into my 30s. Right now I'm here, right? So I want to make the best of it, but I also know that when I turn 30, I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, I cannot do the shit that I was doing at 29. That's just not me. To me, it's like, it's just a regular evolution. So I sent the text. I was very explicit in the text, not a cop out reply. I let the guy know that I would like to stay friends, which is true because we did vibe. I did have a good time. You know, this is a learning curve. I'm a recovering people pleaser, so this does not come naturally. But I want to be as honest and true with him because I would want him to do the same. So I'm trying to put the energy that I want to be reciprocated. So I don't feel good yet, but I'm sure I will. But I will always honor myself, you know, because that's all I have, right? So, girls, it's growth. Hello. So I was invited to a concert today. Honestly, I think blue ties is going to be my new thing this season. I love this. I also love this leather jacket, but maybe it's too much blue right now. I don't know. Those are the questions that matter. Yes, right. So I finished working and now I'm getting ready to go to La Villette. Raining for sure today. I'm trying to lay my edges, but this may not even last, to be honest. Ugh. Today we go Armani. Actually, last week, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember, but I went and saw Hiatus Coyote. Wanted to see them for years. It was so good. Their albums carried me through high school. So it was yeah, it was a special moment. I still have time before the show because I have to go run errands before I head to La Villette. So I'm gonna go and do that. Yes, there's this big cloud coming in. I don't know why I decided to straighten my hair in October. It's just like what's not clicking. So last night you saw me having a mental breakdown. I don't see it. I don't see it. And when I don't see it, I don't want to force it. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste his time. But for some reason telling him it felt so wrong. I felt so bad when really it's a normal thing, right? People meet up and they don't always match. It's normal, but something in me wanted to let it go and not address it and leave him hanging, which is basically ghosting. But yeah, guys, I'm on this journey of being more upfront and um, confrontational, kind of, with how I feel. This is basically being a dismissive avoidant and avoiding conflict. And this is not even conflict. See, even in my language, I feel like it's me being a disruptor or being a, responsible for this conflict. It's not conflict. Actually, this was just me being respectful of his time, being honest. I'm still in the process of learning to say no. It's okay to say no. The people pleaser in me is like struggling with this, but I'm also proud of me. And I also know that to him it's nothing, by the way. It's just on me. Like my journey with this. I'm new to the shit, okay? I'm new to saying no. Anyways, I'm about to head out, get some stuff done, and then go to the show. got to the venue.
Uh-huh.
It's about to start pretty soon, right? So
All right. I think it's already started. Always late.
it's not my fault. I'm so sorry to my
Have our own
friends.
time. Une star internationale qui nous vient direct du Los Angeles.
I don't know who we're seeing today, but I was kindly
Ghost
invited.
notes.
All right, we're gonna get spontaneous right quick. What we gonna do? I don't know. Just try it. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. All right, some of y'all can't dance. I'm gonna see. I'll see what's going on. All right, so if you can't dance, it's okay. Let's just jump up and down then. All right, 3.
Top ici. Top ici.